What's going on, YouTube? Just about ready to spray this door panel here real quick, and I thought I'd show you what I'm using. I know most of y'all using like Duplicolor and stuff like that, but this is how we do it over here when we want to tint an interior panel. I just looked in the book. The color code for the interior was a type G, but I couldn't find nothing on that. So I just looked in the color book for the Hondas and looked for the type G. Or looked for an interior that was a color. See, this is the color I'm trying to get. It's a gray plastic. This is an interior piece. So to get that color, I found in one of the color code books a silver that looked a grayish that looked just like this, identical. But I did have to do some tinting to get it even closer yet. But what I did is when we went to it, we went off to instead of like the Chroma Premier, there's a master tint vinyl setup in there. So this is what it is. On the code, master tint vinyl. Really all it is your regular paint, a silver, but you're adding the vinyl resin in with it. You know what I'm saying? So really it's just like your regular chroma based system, but they're adding the vinyl resin in it. It's more or less your binder or whatever. But after I got it all in there, I noticed it needed a little bit more yellow and a little bit more black even on top of this to make it closer to my panel. So I added just a tad of yellow. I got that sun color in it, and then after that I had to darken it up to give it that dirty look like this gray. So I added a little bit more black and I kept mixing until I got a close enough match. Okay, I'll show you on that. I'll show you the color I got. And I'm going to use a Value Shade 7 sealer. That'll be sealed with the 7785S and the Value Shade 7. But after I mixed it all up, got it all mixed up, this is ready to spray. This is how close I got it from tinting it. As you can see, that's almost dead on. I mean, it's a little darker, but I ain't gonna start over. I might have added a little too much black, but it's all good. I mean, that's almost dead on. So, I mean, it's close. It's hard to tell in the video, I'm sure, but yep. So that'll be my color, and this, like I said, this is for interior, not exterior. This is interior. I just had a door panel that was the inside was all cracked up. So the new door I got, it was a brown door, so I took that interior. I'm gonna paint it gray to match the rest of the car. But by doing that, like I said, I just found a gray code in one of the code books, a gray color, silver gray that matched, and then I just went and found the colors in it, and I tinted it with what colors I thought were best until I got the color I'm looking for. So now I got it close, and that's made from vinyl because it's got this vinyl resin, DuPont vinyl resin. This is like 65 bucks for this little bottle. But you just mix that with your regular setup, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll use a Value Shade 7 sealer under it. But before I did all that, first thing I do, plastic parts cleaner. It's a flexible parts cleaner, but it's 2320X. Go over all my plastic with that. And I mean, if you're painting a bumper or something, there's a flex ad, but we ain't using that right now. Like I said, just interior parts. So it's 2320S. That's the parts cleaner. And then I'll show you. Then I'm going to spray in the gun a little adhesion promoter first. First thing I did was take the parts cleaner, clean it up with the 2320, and now I'll go over that with this 2330 adhesion promoter. It's a plastic stick adhesion promoter, okay? This is all these panels been done up with 2320 cleaner. So all that's been cleaned with the flexible parts cleaner, and then now I'm going to go over it with this adhesion promoter. And after that, I'll let it tack off for about a half hour. And I'm just getting a light coat so I got something to bite to, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to come in here with the Value Shade 7 sealer and seal it all off so it's all one solid darker color, so I don't have 20 million coats of base. And then I'm going to come in here with that base I showed you that's already tinted, and I'm going to paint it all up gray. And that, like I said, that's a medium gloss, that vinyl resin in there, so that'll be like a single stage type paint. I mean, I don't need to clear over it or none of that. I'm just going to put it on like it is. That resin's already like a clear in it, you know what I'm saying? But before I do anything, like I said, I need that adhesion promoter. So I'm going to adhesion promote it down now that I got it all 2320 with a cleaner. I'm going to adhesion promote it, and then I'm going to come in with my Value Shade 7 sealer to bring it to one color. And then I'll come in with my base, I'll base it, be all good, I'll be ready to go back on. And then I peeled the carpet. This is all where carpet was. I peeled that off the other door, and I'm going to glue that on with the 3M Super 77. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get that all glued on. So it'll be the carpet from the old door and the panels from this new door. So it'll be all good. You won't even really notice, you know. I hope not. I mean, if it is slight off, the inside of that car, it's all tinted in the back seat. Everything's all dark in there. So, I mean, I would doubt you would really notice anyways. But I got it pretty close. So, I mean, that matches real close, YouTube. But I figure I'll show y'all what I got going on there. So I'm about to put on that adhesion promoter, let it tack off. I'm going to go to lunch and come back. And I'll show you the panels when I'm done. Show you how they turned out. But that's what I got going on. But alright, YouTube, I'll keep you updated. I just want to show you how I did, like I said, how I was doing my interior plastic parts, you know. No more duplicate color, I guess. Stepped up my game a little bit here. But see, it says medium glass. That's the, you know, that is more or less the clear mixed already in there. This is your binder, but it's a gloss binder, so you don't need to clear on them panels, you know what I'm saying? It's like a single stage, more or less. But yeah, but 2320 and then the 2330 adhesion promoter, and then your Value Shade 7 sealer. You know, Value Shade 7, which would be the 7777S or the 7770S with the 7785S. And I just mixed up 4 ounces of that for the door, which should be plenty enough. And then ready to throw on that base. But alright, YouTube, I just thought I'd show you how I'm doing my interior plastic panel parts on this, you know, this Honda Pilot I'm doing. But alright, YouTube. Alright, YouTube, I got the sealer on them door panels. I'm gonna show you what it looked like. It's again a Value Shade 7. I put on the adhesion promoter. First I 2320'd it with the plastic cleaner, and then I went over the 2330 with the adhesion promoter, and then I went over it with just the Value Shade 7 sealer. I should have went with a 4. It was a gray, but the 7 is a black, darker black. But either way, it's a dark color, so it'll still be good. But I'll show you what it came out like. This is just sealer, and then I'll cut back on when I get the base on. Remember, they were brown before. Now that's just a sealer. That's just to bring it to a closer color of the base, so I don't have to use so much base to get it on. But as you can see, that's like a black instead of a gray. And the base I'm going with is a gray. So if I'd have went with a Value Shade 4, which was a gray sealer, it would have been a, you know, more closer match to the base. But this dark color is still going to be good. But yeah, so I changed the color to an OEM. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to buy them rattle can, you know. Just throw it in the spray gun. All I used was my cheap primer gun. I got a while, about 5 years ago or so. I think I posted a video of it a long time ago. It's just a starting line H3LP. And I got a you can't see it really, but it's just a 1.5 tip I had in there. It ain't nothing special. I didn't really care about door panels. Like I said, normally I just run with the 1.3 tip, but that's my primer gun, so I got the 1.5 tip in there, and I just left that tip in. But yeah, I sprayed the sealer on, so now it's about ready for the base. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the base on, and then I'll cut you back in. Alright, YouTube, got the base down. I'm gonna go in here and see how it looks. See if it's a close enough match. Anyways, it's pretty dark and tinted in there, so you wouldn't see it if it is off anyways, but looks pretty close. That's the end. I got some carpet to go in there. That's great. This piece here sets right on top of this piece, so it's like one panel. See if I can. I don't know, but it's something like that. See, it's one panel. I had to take a soldering gun. Actually, I used our plastic welder gun, but you know, soldering iron, same thing. You could use and get on the back and heat up because it's, you know, the plastic welded together, these two pieces, so I had to heat them up to separate that. I'll just weld them back together with the plastic welder. Yep. Changed it brown to gray. Should match the interior. Like I said, if it ain't close, I mean, if it ain't a match, it'll be close. And the interior, definitely a lot closer than brown. But the interior, everything back there is all tinted windows, and it's dark back there. So, I mean, you ain't gonna even know, even if it wasn't. So, and there ain't no agent panel next to it, you know what I'm saying, to be that color, you know what I'm saying. It's not like it's, you know, exterior of a car or anything. It's all dark in there. But yep, YouTube, that's what I did. But I just figured I'd make a little video on that, show you guys how it's done. I mean, if you want to do it OEM way, it ain't like spray away and it's fiberglass, you know what I'm saying. But it'll look good. But all right, YouTube.